Right now, somewhere in your body, a switch is waiting to flip. You won't feel it happen. You won't remember it happening. But every single night, 1 second before you fall asleep, your brain does something so strange that scientists spent decades just trying to prove it was real. You think falling asleep is like a light going out. Click, and you're gone. But that's not what happens at all. Your brain doesn't shut off. It splits. Here's the moment nobody tells you about. As you drift, your brain stem starts flooding your body with a chemical signal that paralyzes your muscles. Not fully, not yet. But enough that your limbs go heavy, your jaw goes slack, your breathing slows into a different rhythm. Sleep researcher Nathaniel Kleitman, one of the first scientists to seriously study sleep in a lab, called this threshold the edge of consciousness. And it turns out that edge is not a clean line. It's a blur, and you spend longer inside that blur than you think. Inside that blur, something else happens. Your brain starts firing images at you that make no sense. A staircase that isn't there. A voice that says your name. The feeling of falling from a height that doesn't exist. This is called hypnagogia, and it's not a glitch. Dream researcher Tore Nielsen has spent years studying this exact window, the strange few minutes between waking and true sleep, and found that your brain is doing something almost like rehearsal. It's testing scenarios, running fragments of memory through a system that isn't fully online and isn't fully offline either. Why would evolution build that in? Because for most of human history, the moment before sleep was dangerous. Your ancestors weren't falling asleep in locked bedrooms with soft mattresses. They were falling asleep in the open, in caves, on the ground, with predators moving in the dark. A brain that shut off instantly would be a brain that got eaten. So instead, evolution built a slow fade. A system that keeps part of you listening even as the rest of you lets go. That's why the smallest sound can snap you fully awake seconds after you thought you were gone. Some part of you never stopped guarding the door. And then there's the jerk. You know the one. The sudden full-body twitch, like you're falling, right at the edge of sleep. It's called a hypnic jerk, and neuroscientists like J. Allen Hobson, who spent his career mapping what the brain does during sleep transitions, have linked it to a strange miscommunication in the nervous system. As your muscles relax, your brain sometimes misreads that relaxation as actual falling, and it fires a last, desperate signal to catch you. You're not falling. You're just letting go. But some ancient part of your nervous system still can't tell the difference. Think about that for a second. In the one moment you're most vulnerable, your body still runs one final check. Are you safe? Is the ground still there? Can you actually afford to disappear? Sleep scientist Matthew Walker has pointed out that this transition isn't wasted time either. It's not a gap between being awake and being asleep. It's a distinct state with its own brain activity, its own purpose, sitting right on the border. Some researchers believe this is where your brain starts sorting the day, deciding what gets kept, what gets erased. So the next time you feel yourself sinking, notice it. Notice the heaviness. Notice the strange flicker of images that don't belong to any dream yet. That 1 second isn't nothing. It's a leftover survival system, still running, still checking the dark for danger, still deciding it's safe enough to let you go. You think falling asleep is like a light going out. It's not. It's the oldest guard in your body, standing watch one final time, before it finally lets its post go dark.